Hi, Carol and Matt. This is Patty, and I was just checking in on your core ministry counts, and it looks like you're doing a great job. I wanted to just show you some pointers to help you clean it up so we can get you up to 100%. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to log into your Salesforce account, and you'll see your home screen. And then if you haven't saved Albany to your favorites, which is this little star, you want to go up here to the search bar, click on the drop down for all, click on mission units, and type in your mission unit number. And there you'll see Albany. We're going to click on it. And now we're on Albany's main page. To make it one of your favorites, click on this star. I already have it as a favorite. So if the star is blue around it, you already have it as a favorite. So then next time you want to go to it, you have two options. You can either click the drop down for favorites, or you can click on this little down arrow and then add Albany to your navigation bar, and then it will always appear up here. That's the, I'd probably recommend that way. Next thing you're going to do is you want to look at just a grid of how you're doing with your core ministry counts and what the latest entries are for club and campaigners. The quickest way to do that is to click on this core ministry counts report. I'm going to click there. And they were able to close those other wildlife ministries. And so, but we haven't changed the name yet of Timber Ridge. So you have South Albany High School, Timber Ridge Middle School, or Albany Wildlife, we're going to consider this to be, and then West Albany High School Young Life. So I'm looking at the last 2 weeks, March 1st to the 7th and March 8th to the 14th. And you can see here, South Albany, awesome job. You have club and campaigners entered for South Albany. And then if I look down here to West Albany High School, great job. You have club entered, nothing for campaigners yet. You can see the week before you did club and then you did no event for campaigners, which is awesome. What you want to start to see is something entered for club and campaigners for each ministry each week. This includes Timber Ridge. So you can see for Timber Ridge, there's really been nothing entered lately. This is just looking back 60 days. So there's nothing been entered lately. So you see there's nothing that says club or campaigners. We want to change that so that Timber Ridge looks exactly like the high schools do. So here's what I recommend in order to add those entries is I'm going to split my screen. So I recommend you do that too. If you have Windows, you click the Windows and the right arrow button. And then I'm going to open a second copy of my browser and put it side by side. You click the Windows button and the left arrow. Now I'm going to open up a second copy of YL Connect, which you can do. You can open up multiple pages of it. This time I'm going to go to Albany and then I'll show you something different that I'm doing with this one. This one, I'm going to click on Related. So you can see on the right side, I'm keeping up this grid with the latest entries. On this one, I'm going to click on Related and find those three ministries. So you can see I have the three ministries, West Albany, South Albany, and Timber Ridge. You can see these other three are now closed. Eventually, they'll remove these probably next year. Until then, they're just going to be there as closed, and you don't need to do anything with them. So now I want to see what did you enter for each one of these. Let's do South Albany Young Life first. I'm going to click on South Albany Young Life, and then I'm going to click Related again. And there I can click on View All. And now I see all the entries from the earliest to the latest. And this is awesome. Last week you entered campaigners, club, and kids known by name. This is perfect. I want you to get in the habit of just having an entry every week. You can see for March 2nd, you did club, but you didn't enter campaigners, but that's okay. You can correct that. You can still add entries now by clicking on New. As for kids known by name, we want you to get in the habit of entering it at the end of each month. So I'm going to show you how to edit an entry by editing this and changing the date on it to just be a week before this, to be the end of February. So to edit an entry, you click on this little down arrow, click on Edit, and then I'm going to change the date. I hope you're okay with me doing this. It'll just make things easier later on. So I'm going to change it to the last day of February, and I'm just going to click Save. So now your kids known by name, the latest kids known by name will have been the end of February. And then your next kids known by name will need to be the end of March, and just get in the habit of having it be the last week of every month. Your club and campaigners looks great for last week. Today by 5, I'd love it if you can go in and make an entry for this week. So your latest week was the 9th. So it would be do an entry for this week here. If you didn't have anything, which I know we were doing no big group meetings, if you didn't do anything online, like some areas are starting to do a big Zoom call, club, or campaigners. You don't have to do that. This is a tough time, so don't worry. But I would pick a date during this week and then use the no entry function or the no event button. Let me show you that again. So click on next. So you pick your date and then you click this no event this week. So you want to do that for both club and campaigners for every week. And you do it on the Monday before the week that just happened, or the Monday after the week that just happened, sorry. So that was South Albany Young Life. So to be up to date today, just go in and add a club and campaigners for last week using either numbers or the no event button. Now let's look at the other schools. Go back to Albany. I thought I saved you as my, there you are. Okay, so I go to related. Now I'm going to go to West Albany High School. So I click there and I'll click on related and I'll get to your entries. And now I'm going to look and see you entered kids known by name and club last week, but nothing for campaigners. So I want you to go in today and click on the new button, enter a campaigners for the week of the 9th. And it's probably going to be no event, but enter the no event, and then continue to add your club and campaigners for the following week. And then also, now that you saw me edit, I'd love for you to go to kids known by name, click this drop down arrow, edit it, and change it to the end of February. Now let's look at Timber Ridge. Okay, so Timber Ridge, their entries, the latest were way back in the beginning in October, November, and you can see there were lots of multiple entries, like 4 campaigners on the 5th, 3 club on the 19th, 3 kids known by name on the 31st. We prefer if there's no duplicate entries. I'm not going to try and do anything about these. They're pretty old. So let's just start fresh and new with Timber Ridge. So you click on new, and you'll want to add a kids known by name for the end of February, and then club and campaigners for this last week. And then just get in the habit of making 6 entries every week, 2 for South Albany, 2 for Timber Ridge, 2 for West Albany, and then a kids known by name the last week of every month. I hope that helps. Let me know how it goes. Thanks so much.